Hello, traders and investors. This is a continuation, the second installment in the Bitcoin Tops series. And the top that we are going to cover today is the April 2021 top. Before I begin the review of the actual top, I want to go over the price action leading into the top, because the price action leading into the top will give you vital clues about the strength of the trend. Now we will begin the review from December 10th, 2020. We had a very pronounced trend to the upside. Bitcoin made almost 140% in 29 days. Following that, it made a new all-time high and a short and a sharp correction. By the way, if you would have gone over the media outlets in 2020 or 2021 during the time of the all-time high, it would have seemed like it was the same headlines as today. What is the supposed reason that caused this sharp decline to the downside? It was scare over regulatory uh, controls and CBDCs, etc., etc. The point I'm getting to is that the story is always the same, but the story is not the real truth of the move. The truth of the move is that markets are manipulated by large institutional players, and they decide when the market is going up or down, and the news just come after to cover their moves, okay? But it shouldn't discourage us, because every time the signs of trend exhaustion are there. Here we made 140% in 29 days. The RSI was elevated. Bitcoin created a rising, broadening wedge, which is a bearish top chart pattern. And in addition, we had a hidden bearish divergence, because price made a lower high, but the RSI made a higher high. And this was your clue to get out, or you could have gotten out at the break of the trend line. Okay, so 140% in 29 days. Remember that. Following that, we had a sharp correction, 50%, okay? 50% correction to 29.5K. Look at this correction and understand the difference between distribution or a correction within the trend. The correction was short, sharp, and you saw immediate continuation. When you see a sharp correction to the downside that doesn't take a lot of time, and following that you see continuation to the upside, you can already deduce that the uptrend isn't over yet. Following this move, we had a second move, 29% upside in how many days? 24 days. Okay, so the duration is becoming shorter, and the upside is also less than the previous upside. This is a sign that you should keep in mind. Here we had 140%. Here we didn't even come close to 140%. We made 100%. The time period was shorter as well, 24 days. Following that, it was also the price became exhausted at this level. It was the second all-time high, and a sharp correction followed also to the 50%. If we measure the 50% from the origin of the impulse to the upside, it made it to the 50% in just a few days and shot back up immediately. How many days was the trend this time? The duration was even shorter, 14 days. So time spent in an uptrend is getting shorter. How high did Bitcoin go? 42% from the bottom price. Okay, so this is a sign of a trend exhaustion. The uptrends are shorter and the price range is also becoming shorter. In addition, we also had a very pronounced bearish divergence. You can see that bearish divergences are common to tops and to distribution tops in particular. Okay, so we had a bearish divergence. The momentum indicator made a lower high, price made a higher high. This was your top signal, but maybe it wasn't clear enough by then, possible. So let's see how price action continued after that. Following this buying climax, we had an automatic rally that lasted just a few short days. And this is the trading range or the distribution range. This sets the range. You know that the high is the buying climax and the automatic reaction sets the range, the distribution range. And now you know what to expect, because for sure, if price is going down below the distribution range, you know that this uptrend is over, it's done with. We made an automatic rally, another increase, 27%. You can see that the price increases in percentages is becoming constantly lower. What happened? Again, uptrust after distribution. What did we do? Bitcoin crossed above the range high, but it wasn't accepted into the range high. You can see one candle up above, 2 days of consolidation and immediate rejection. This rejection is a good sign, because if you want to make to differentiate between accumulation and distribution, your sign will be that the rejection from the top of the range is strong. Okay, it's with a lot of momentum, wide range candles, and high volume. This was your sign that the market is finally rejecting these higher price levels and prices going down. In addition, oh, excuse me, just 1 second, excuse me. In addition, we had a bearish divergence. Not only that, the bearish divergence was very pronounced. Okay, so the move outside of the range and the strong rejection following the uptrust after the distribution is your signal to go short or to sell your stock or asset, whatever it is. In this case, it is Bitcoin, because the party is over. It's a clear sign. Following that, we rejected below the range, tried again to resume the uptrend. This point of failure at 59,400 was a sign that even the most obtuse person should have understand by then, because price failed to make a higher high. It made a lower low and a lower high. This is as clear as day, okay, that the uptrend is over, and after that we really did have a strong rejection. Now this of course has bearing on Bitcoin's price, on Bitcoin's current price, because we are also in what could be described as a distribution pattern. But it's not over yet. How do we know that it's not over yet? the rejection is not strong, and every time Bitcoin reaches the range low, the buyers step in. There is no impulsive move to the downside. If and when we will see price rejecting strongly with wide range candles to the downside, we will know that this was a distribution and that we are going lower. What I am waiting for in this case to confirm a distribution is the uptrust after this distribution and the rejection to the downside. If the rejection will be weak with consolidation candles, it's not distribution. If the rejection will be strong to the downside, then I will know that it is distribution. This covers the 2021 top signals. I hope it was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it was helpful, if it made you think, if you feel more secure now about how you are going to exit the market. And that's all. Thank you very much and goodbye.